I just want to hear what your experience has been with working with your brothers.
Yeah. Um, I think it's so funny that you guys are three brothers and we're three brothers as well. And it's
Yeah.
so you're the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. And I kind of
Okay,
got them
yeah,
in
me too.
attack.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm probably similar in that I'm the oldest and I got them into music and entertainment, I guess. So it's been long story short, it's been really good. But to give you a little backstory, so I graduated in 2011 and both my brothers are soccer players. So they went to college for soccer and like Eddie, he's 2 years younger than me. He was like, I think I want to be like a sports agent and really want to kind of work in that space. Um, but then, like, as my career started taking off, I kept seeing opportunity outside of Korea for K-pop. I was getting hit up for a lot of different things, but what we realized is that K-pop companies were not set up for international exposure in any way. Um, and so I would be emailing people pretending like I was somebody else about myself. I would be like signing like contracts and like reading, making notes and like making deal points. And I was like, I can't do this like constantly. So I kind of, Eddie, my second brother, he'd always been like managing some of my social media and like wanting to help in some way. I was like, okay, Eddie, I'm going to borrow your name. You're going to be my manager. And he also wanted to kind of fill into that space. And it just so happened he was working at William Morris um, as an assistant to one of the music agents there. So he was working on like Sam Smith and Adele and all these things. And he was like, actually, I think I want to manage full time. So he definitely struggled. We struggled for a while because I definitely wasn't making enough money to like support fully. But as we started to make really cool moments with interesting collaborations, interesting press things, interesting performances, um, he started getting seated in with other acts, really, really big acts, bigger than me at the time. And still some of them are huge. And he started up his own management company, EN Management. And so that's what he does, managements, artists and writers and producers. And so it's been great working with him. And then Brian, he's 8 years younger than me. So like that's a big difference. I'd say
Yeah.
8 years, that's almost 10 years. That's like almost a decade. Um, he was he went to Columbia and he was on the finance route. So he was going to do private equity and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. Like you can manage my money later down the road. We don't need more people in entertainment. And my mom was like, you guys better not take him into entertainment. Like I will literally kill you guys if he does not have a stable job. Um, but he pretty much did all these internships, had a great job, like a crazy, super competitive job. And he came out after his internship to Korea just to hang out for a few weeks. He was like, I've been sleeping on my office floor for like 3 days out of the week. I'm miserable. I'm out of shape. I'm just going to come hang out in Korea. Cool. The dude never went back. He never went back. So he came to hang out. And, it's just interesting because, like, I think because of like the different circles in which I kind of work and like have exposure to, I'm always hit up for different opportunities to advise or consult or invest or that kind of stuff. And I was like, do you want to help vet some of these deals or do you want to kind of pursue some of these things? And that's where he just ended up being like, you might as well make some more content, do the podcasting, and it just kind of grew and built on its own. I'll say with Eddie, like because we're closer in age and I think we're very clear when we first started, I was like, I'm going to tell you things that you don't want to hear, but that's because I have to play like quote unquote the role of your boss for a little bit. With Brian, we haven't lived together or worked together since he was 10.
Yeah.
So there's like a period of 10 years where I didn't live or see this kid, and it's just like we are so different in terms of personality. And so I think there are definitely moments where we clashed a lot, and especially early on, because I was like, A, I'm older than you by 10 years, show me some respect. B, he's like, you're an old man, you don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of things, but I think at the end of the day, and I don't know how it was for you, but like when we were getting investment, people are like, what is going to happen like if you guys fight? And we are worried about you being brothers. And I was like, I think that's like you're saying, a strength because we know each other so well. Like, and even if we wanted to, we can't separate each other. We're family, we're blood. Like, it's not possible. So it's almost better that like we can fight it out and then the next day we're good. Like, I think we have a thing where like we don't go to bed without us being in a bad mood. Like, even if we are like annoyed, we're like, okay, we handled it, let's move on. And I think I had to make it very clear where it's like anything I say, I'm gonna make it very clear for you. There's gonna be the business side where like I don't agree with you on a business thing, and there's gonna be moments where I don't agree with you. And I'm saying this as your brother, as somebody who loves you. And that I think has really allowed us to have fruitful conversations about how we work and function as brothers and as co-founders.
있어도 그래도 떠날래 그래 떠날게 여기서 나가도 아플 땐 아파도 힘들 수 있어도 그래도 떠날래 이제 떠날게